Alright. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for coming on to the Highland Live show, powered by Jiffy Doctor, the home of the $49 recommendation, and also sponsored by Tulsa Canators. Today we have Tiffany, aka Mother Rabbit,
Hello.
from White Rabbit Medicinals and Black Rabbit Medicinals. How are you doing today?
I am pretty good. I'm glad to be here in Oklahoma City for a little bit. That's where I was born and raised, Midwest City. So anytime I come here, I like to see all the development and what's going on down here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's growing like crazy, and now you got the big cookie store coming in.
Yeah, I thought Tulsa was like every other, business was a dispensary, but Oklahoma City's got us beat.
They're on top of each other.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, tell us a little bit about White Rabbit Medicinals and kind of how you started it.
I started it out of a little catering kitchen at 2606 South Sheridan Road. It's kind of an inside joke with a couple of us. But I started it there. Our birthday was actually 4/20/19, and I mostly just wanted to do butters and coconut oils because I have a chef background, and I kind of just wanted to help other people bake their own edibles at home because I am diabetic, and I noticed like when 788 passed, we went to Colorado for almost a year back and forth, and I noticed a lot of the edibles were heavily sugared. So I wanted to, give a product where people could take home their own, butter oils that was medicated. They knew the potency, they knew it was tested, and they could make their own meals. And then it kind of progressed into sugar-free, gluten-free brownies, and then I got into the candy game, and I can't get out of the candy game now. The butters and the oils are like still my baby, but it's a lot of people. There's two people in the market. There's the medicinal market here, and then there's the people that, they just want to feel good. And so you got to cater to both if you want to stay in this industry. So I do a little bit of both on both products. So.
Right on. Let me get to some of the people here popping out. We got Delana Walker, Georgie Narcomi, Bobbert's on. He's always on. Thanks for joining us, brother. Let's see, Chris, Aaron Eppard. What's up, Chris? Sean, what's up, brother? Tried to call you ass earlier. You didn't.
Oh, calling him out. Damn.
Okay, gotcha. What's up, Sherry? What's up?
Jason, I just met Jason at Cushland this evening.
Yeah. Really cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the hold on? Here. There you go.
They banned me from sharing out today.
So who are some of your what's some of your biggest inspirations as to why you started White Rabbit?
Well, the biggest ones that got me into the business were my kids. I really wanted to have something that I could develop and grow and then, fund their dreams.
Okay.
Because when I turned 18, it was like, all right, see you later. Like there was no college, there was nothing, and I had to go find my own way. And I didn't want my kids to do that. I mean, I kind of wanted to make it a little bit easier for them. So that was the inspiration in starting it. What has helped me through all of it is definitely the women in my family.
Right.
There's a lot of women that escaped addiction, escaped abusive situations, and they are badasses. Like I wouldn't fuck with any woman in my family. They are rock solid. Like they will mess you up, but they're also very loving and caring, and so whenever I have any kind of issue here in the industry, I'm like, you have no idea who I was raised by. Like, your feelings were hurt like you were 3 years old. Like, you will not be sensitive around those people.
Yeah.
So, but currently now, my inspiration is definitely one of my business partners. It's Cheryl Cohenauer, and she had her own lab in Tulsa, environmental lab. and she went around and cleaned up stuff. She wrote regulations. She actually created a business in an industry that really wasn't there, and so now she's helping me do the same thing.
That's awesome.
And so to have that as a business partner and a mentor, she is a huge inspiration. I'm like, every day I look at her, I'm like, I want to be you. I want to be you when I grow up. But yeah, it's mostly women based, my inspirations, because a lot of women out there, you know, you see the one side of a woman, but you don't see the backstory, the strength, the courage, and all the shit they had to go through just to be strong and independent.
And there's a lot of women in this industry, definitely, that
The women are coming up in the industry, for sure.
There's some stories that are just straight up insane.
Yeah.
That we've heard, so.
That's what shocks me is when I see a lot of men in the industry, like it's not, you know, all of them, but there are some men that are like, who the fuck do these women think they are? And I'm going, 60% of patients are female.
Yep.
And we're the biggest caretakers of patients as well.
I will tell you.
Those are people that don't look at the numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously clear though. Like, there's a lot of bad women coming up, like, and one of them.
I'm for
You're
it.
one of
Yeah. She definitely.
We
like,
got a ton of them.
You guys have grown this pretty big, pretty quick, so it takes
Mostly
a lot.
due to her. She's done a lot of work, and especially helping out other patients and stuff like that, wherever we can. So, and that's really the important part. Is really the helping part. You know, it's not really about anything else other than we are patients and we know what it's like. So.
There's a bunch of bad products on the market that patients shouldn't be buying.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be on the market.
And we want to make sure that they know what those products are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of the brands out here don't realize that there are large female-driven groups like Flower Power and Mary's Misfits, where we actually discuss products. Like, we'll open the packaging and like, what the fuck is going on with this? And it's not to tear down a product or anything, but it's mostly to like say, hey, because a lot of women in there are, single moms and they don't have the finances to go and buy these products, and then they turn out to be bunk products. So it's like, I love those groups because they help a lot of patients figure out what they need and what they should purchase. And they're also therapy sessions. Those groups are phenomenal for women in this industry and patients in the industry.
Right on. Let's see. A lot of people are cheering you on. Cam says we are watching Tiff, even Charlie Brown. Chad Johnston says, why you lie, Nicole, hey Alicia.
Hello, everybody. You guys had a lot of tree damage. Like, I was going through, I'm like, holy shit. That whole time that you guys had that storm, we had maybe a 45-minute rain shower.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Everything was frozen here.
Yeah, like, I could have swore one of those trees was going to fall in.
You could just hear it in the background, like random trees just
I'm sitting right here, and you just hear
Yeah.
Just hearing it.
That's terrible.
Backyard, side, yeah, everything.
The hair looks extra blue tonight because I use my purple shampoo.
What's
Thanks,
up, Jeremy? Nicole says, as women, we are strong. Love the beautiful women in this industry.
Yes. And I'm for it, too.
What's up, brother?
I have a lot of women that reach out to me and go, hey, what do I need to do? What do I need to... And I stop what I'm doing and I try to help as much as I can, because it was hard when I first...
It's hard.
Like, when I first jumped into it, there was nobody doing what I was doing. Like, I'm in Edibles Kitchen. I'm not just a processor. I have a medicinal kitchen now.
Love from Alaska.
And I had no idea what the fuck I was doing or what regulations I needed. So.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a village.
It really does.
Oh, yeah, there you go, Becky. Yeah, so I was about to start talking shit. You're usually the one here. Hitting us up whenever we're a minute or two late.
Shay is my girl. She's our salesperson.
I see her all the time posting drops.
Yes.
She's on it.
Just trying to share it. You like see? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I had to throw it up there. But thank you for everything. A lot of this stuff that we're using now is because of Kay and because of Nicole.
What?
So, I really appreciate them. And those are two badass women in this fucking industry that you better watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two badass businesswomen. So, gosh, we really love you and love the support. So, tell the viewers how they can find you on social media and where can they find you out in the streets.
Oh, I got off the streets years ago. On social media, we're obviously White Rabbit Medicinals, but I've got my own personal where it's Mother Rabbit. And to get kind of like an behind the scenes look at what White Rabbit does is definitely our TikTok. And we post a lot of videos there, and we're trying to educate people as much as we can without getting, flagged for any kind of bullshit reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of sucks because there's cartel TikTok right now that's showing people how to smuggle cocaine and get,
That's insane.
go through like high speed boat chases and stuff. But
You're just like over there slapping sugar.
yeah, I'm like, I just want to smack sugar. That's it.
You have to watch some of the TikToks. I don't post TikToks, but
I'm starting to get out there and watch more stuff.
it's funny.
These days.
Pretty funny.
I joined TikTok just to make my daughter cringe, and then I had one video that just took off, and I was like, oh shit, this is a good drug. I like cringe.
What's a big surprise that you've noticed in the industry
The
over
fighting.
the last few months?
The fight, like when we all came together to do 788, we were a friend of ours said this, like we were the yes people versus the no people, and we were nothing, we were all about patients, we were all about like keeping our medicine safe, and now there's so much drama and fighting, and it's super weird because I'm like, y'all realize that the patients are watching these beats play out. And they're watching the fighting, and they're, once you go there with someone, you can never kind of get that respect back from the patients. So that's the most shocking thing to me is as soon as, some of us got businesses, it then started turning into a competition, not a good competition, like wars. And it's frustrating because that's not what we jumped in this.
That's not what people with weed do.
No.
Friendly with weed, like,
Yeah, like sometimes I see those fights and I want to be petty and be like, let me just smoke your own shit and calm down. Like, I remember my first time dabbing.
My first time dabbing was when I met her.
the day he met me.
When?
The day he met me.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
Woman.
No, actually, it's pretty cool. I thought she was giving me some like fucking meth or something, but
No, just ask me.
the torch came out and I was like,
He's like, how does that work?
I've been down this road before. Don't want to go back. She's like, it's a dab. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
She's like, it's wax, it's weed.
Calm down. Oh, Michelle Larissa Langford is watching.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Your
amazing.
TikTok is my addiction.
Someone's saying that you have baby lungs.
They're saying you got baby.
I know. Hey, but see, you know what? I might have baby lungs, but I can admit it. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I've had to cut back, like this is the first, and this is like 10% THC, 90% CBD. I've had to cut back so much, so every time I see someone dab, I'm just like, no. I remember those fucking coughs. Those were just wonderful.
It's a good tolerance break.
Yeah.
You'll be back.
It doesn't
I hope
matter,
so.
like, I can dab as much as I want, but then soon as I fucking hit some flour, like, I get high as fuck. Like, first time I hit it.
Really?
Yes, I could be just on straight concentrates, switch back to flour, and it just hits me hard.
It's different.
I kind of jinxed myself. I remember telling my friend Desiree this summer, I was like, I would like just to go on a tolerance break and feel what it's like to be high again. And now, when I feel that high, I'm like, Jesus Christ, no. Make it stop, please. But I'm slowly tiptoeing back in. I think it would be good in a couple months.
So we talked about, some of the things some of the surprises. So what are some of the positive influences and positive experiences that you've had since you've been in this?
The more I opened up about my problems, like my past addiction and my anxiety, the more patients reach out to me and told me their stories.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would get all of this freaking love from all of these women. I'm like, oh, wow, this is where it's at. So every woman that reaches out to me and says, hey, I'm having like super bad time. Can you give me a product that you would recommend? And often I give, not just, I don't try to push mine because then I feel bad. I'm like, try my suckers. But I'm like, hey, this is, like what I have used in the past and what works for me. And that I think is the best thing is the patient to patient, because, before I go into the kitchen, I'm a patient.
Yep.
And so I love that part because there are so many women that are open about their anxiety. Like right before we started talking, the fact that we can post on social media and say, hey, I'm having a really tough time. This is not a good month for me. And then hundreds of women go on and say, oh, I just went through this. You are loved and you've got someone that cares for you. And that is probably the most shocking thing because I've never been taught to express my emotions and my weaknesses. And the fact that we can so openly, it's beautiful.
Yes. It makes it more comfortable and easier to actually share your story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially when you have somebody
someone else's
similar
experience
and then the same experience.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That smells good. What are you guys smoking?
What was that one that smelled like grapes?
It
smells like grapes.
That's a triceratops, right?
Yes.
I've heard a lot of good things about them.
He's got fire. It's fire.
Oh, that does smell like grapes. How did they do that?
That one.
I remember going to Colorado and they'd be like, this smells like, the green Skittles. And you'd smell it and be like, what the fuck? How are they doing that?
How long does it, like when you're in the kitchen making up your candies, like how long does it take you to produce some of these?
Well, now we have a badass kitchen lady named Andy, and when we are both on the line making candies, a batch would usually take me an hour. Now it takes me like 20 minutes.
That's
Damn.
awesome.
And it's scary because like we go through stuff and I'm like, whoa, we just did 8 batches. What the fuck? Like it's crazy. But I've definitely noticed a difference having someone in the kitchen with me instead of just trying to do it all myself and driving myself crazy.
All right.
That's not good.
Have you seen Dr. Churchley?
What do you, Jeremy? What are you smoking in that Rio, buddy? Hey, Madeline, how you doing?
Doing a show and tell.
Guys, do you have any, you got any questions for Tiffany?
Hey, amateur hour over there.
Trying, jeez.
That lemon smells
Sorry,
amazing.
whenever I get super high, I get the sniffles. It starts
It's because you've been smoking and coughing.
Sniffles.
I get the sniffles.
I remember when I would smoke before legalization, I would come into the house and I'd just be like, eyes red, my throat hurt, I was coughing, and my kids were like, what the hell are you doing that for? Like, that doesn't even seem fun. Like, what is it worth it?
Apricot.
I feel good now.
I can tolerate you.
Too much.
So what sets Mother Rabbit apart from the others in the industry that do what you
Um, I'm gonna sound like such a dick when I say this.
do?
I'm super self-absorbed with my brand, so I don't see what other people are doing. Like when other people are like having the same candies or the same flavors, I'm like, cool, that's awesome. I'm gonna make my batches of candy like that. I think that's what sets me apart from most people is I see that as a negative, but some people can see it as a positive. I don't focus on anybody else but our brand. And with our products, there's a lot of product or brands out there that are doing the same thing as I'm doing. And when I say, we're truly medicinal, I'm not knocking other brands. I'm not saying that. They're truly medicinal as well, but I I see it as I'm actually a patient and I have a debilitating disease that I advocated. I put, a petition on my food truck for 788. So when I did that, I married to the whole movement. I I had a hashtag. It was educate, regulate, medicate. I educated people. We got into regulations. So now my job is to medicate, and that's basically what I focus on is the last part of what I promised to do a couple of years ago. And I know there's processors and growers that are doing the same damn thing, they get the same answer, but that's just me.
What the fuck is he doing? Cats are in somewhere. They're stuck somewhere.
We've got some exotic cats.
So soft.
I walked in, I was like, should that even be in America?
They're tame.
Don't give me rat definition. Oh, someone said they love the band. Thank you, Jamie. I love her too.
Jamie wanted to be here to meet you so bad. She's dying to meet you. She's from Tulsa. I don't know
Oh,
where she
really?
went. Sand Springs, but up there. Yep.
Sand Springs, this side.
Oh, So do you feel like you have competition?
I do out there, but the only this is gonna be a deep dark moment for a second. The competition that I have to fight with every day is myself. I grew up kind of in a trauma situation, so I had the whole "you're not good enough, you're not gonna do anything, you don't deserve this shit." So every day, that's the bitch that I have to battle. And when I, see other people in the market, I'm going, you're not scarier than me. Like, what you are doing is not that big of a deal. It's what I have to go through. But Oklahoma has a lot of amazing brands that are coming up right now. Like, we're growing up together. We're figuring all this shit out, at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's good to see a lot of us leveling up and kind of setting, standards the higher we go.
So what's the difference between White Rabbit and Black Rabbit? I never saw it.
Black Rabbit is our CBD line that we're coming out with.
Okay.
And as soon as I got sick in August and had to switch to CBD, I was like, oh shit, this works just as well.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have that, like, where's my brain anxiety. It's kind of like a warm blanket, and it actually helps my multiple sclerosis more than THC does. So that's our new passion project that we splintered off from White Rabbit.
Yeah. Oh my god, they're like worse than kids.
Yeah.
Worse than kids. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to get up here and answer.
Kim Kumis. They have a dog that I'm going to probably go to jail for kidnapping it. It is the cutest damn dog I've ever seen in my life. His name is Charlie. I'm obsessed.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
I'm gonna like army crawl to the porch one day. Charlie has a new mama.
I use CBD for my knees and back. It helps. It actually, it helps, like, I only have to use it a few times, and it helps for about a week or two. So, luckily, I don't have to take it every day. But, because, I don't know, it's weird. Because most people do have to take CBD or something every day, but usually I'm good for at least a week.
When I decided to jump back into cannabis after I healed a couple months ago, I would smoke it and then automatically have these panic attacks. And, you know, everybody's like, give CBD. And I'm like, what the fuck ever? I'm not taking more. Are you crazy? And once I started taking CBD, that was when I was like, all right, this shit's medicine. If it can take you from here to here in like 10 minutes and you're good to go, like that shit really works. So it's CBD is definitely something I am super passionate about because it helps me mentally and physically. So we're pretty excited about that line coming out.
I'm trying to pin the Facebook like we're out there. Medicinals. So I pinned the web address, the Facebook web address on there for you. Jeremy, yeah, there are a lot of great growers and processors here.
Yeah, I love going into stores and seeing what people are like. Oklahoma's creative as fuck. Like seriously, the shit they have now, like there's margarita salt, there's hot chocolate bombs, pickles, like everything.
Yes.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yes.
Like you could just have a pantry full of that stuff. I'm like, I feel like dill pickles today, and amazing.
Yes. And I swear to God, that's how I usually medicate throughout the day. Stopping and smoking and running after them, that ain't that easy.
You ain't got time for that.
You ain't got time for that. Eat and run.
Yep.
You know, it always works better. White well CD. So how long have you been? Have you been at White Rabbit? Just since 788 or?
Yeah, since 788. It was we filed the register for Oklahoma. I want to say it was July 5th. It was like the week or two after 788 passed. In the beginning, we wanted to actually grow. I was like, I can grow plants, and thought, I'd be able to grow crops of marijuana. And then I realized I need to stick with something that I actually have education in. So I'm a chef, and I was just like, I'm just going to make edibles because I've been making edibles for myself for almost 10 years. So I wanted to be something different and, step out of my comfort zone. And then I realized you're fucking with people's medicine.
Yeah.
Like you need to know what you're doing and have confidence in what you're doing. So I stuck in the food game. I tried to get out and it stuck me back in. Like
Good you did, right?
Yeah, I'm glad I did.
Good you did.
Yeah.
That's it. And once you get the support, like, it's awesome. Because it comes fast. Yeah. And you get a lot of support, like everybody at once, and it's wonderful.
That's what I really enjoy with this is because the more open and honest and transparent I am, the more people gravitate towards our brand because I opened up TikTok and show people how I make their candy. I want you to know that your candy is not coming from melted shit that I bought at Amazon and just threw some crap in it. I actually hand make everything, and I really give a shit about the process.
That's the important part.
Mm-hmm.
The proof is in the candy.
I mean, when you care, it shows.
Yep.
When you care, it really, really shows in what you have, how you feel after you take it, the way it tastes, everything. When you really put everything into it and really put love into it, you can feel it.
I say good things over the candy before they get packaged up, like, treat these people well. I put good intentions on all my shit, so I hope it gets there.
I mean, it has to. Everybody loves it. Everybody's loving
I'm happy. I'm happy.
I can't wait to get into that new cookie store. I'm gonna try and get up there for that.
Man, we dropped our order off there today, and they had a ton of people in there.
Really?
And it was crazy how they were like training these guys, and everything was so organized. And it's gonna be a really good store for the Oklahoma City market.
The progress on it? How does it look?
It looks really good. Like, I was kind of surprised if they were opening up tomorrow, but I'm glad that it's back to Friday because I've opened up restaurants before, and I always know the night before is the worst fucking night you could ever, be in. So I kind of like felt that. I was like, yeah, I walked in there like all hands on deck. I see. But I think they're gonna do great. It's there's a lot of controversy right now with them being here, and
I'm excited they're here.
Yeah.
I am too. And the one thing that impressed me when they first contacted us, they didn't ask for special pricing. They didn't ask for any kind of incentives because we do not want to do that to our local stores, like our mom and pops. And that was kind of like that was good for us because we were like, okay, they're going to be competitive with the guys down the street, and they're actually bringing in local brands and brands that patients have asked for, and we're one of them, and so we're pretty proud to be in that store.
I think it's gonna be good. They're getting a bunch of shit right now, but I think it'll do good.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Like some people are getting upset. I'm like, oh, how dare you? And I look at these dispensaries that they own, and they have national products, and they're like Chupa Chews. I'm like, that's you gotta watch yourself because you sound like a hypocrite. If you're gonna have them on the shelves, don't be pissed off or brands trying to jump on someone else's shelves.
I mean, they're gonna come in. It's been 2 years.
Yeah,
they're coming.
They're here.
Time is up.
It's time.
And we all knew it was gonna happen too, and that's why a lot
we had
of
some people talking about it.
Yeah,
I think Oklahoma will step its game up now.
they should. It's definitely gonna win.
That's why I like it. Yeah. Stuff should get better. You should see quality go up.
Yeah, it's gonna weed a lot of the people that take shortcuts out.
Yes.
Which is good.
I think that's why a lot of people don't like them.
True.
But that's the natural progression of business.
Do better.
Mhm.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, you gotta step up your game, especially in Oklahoma, because we are on such a huge stage right now because it is so easy to get into this market. Like they made it so easy for someone like me to go, hey, I got a couple $1,000, let me go buy a license, and you go out there. So they made it really easy.
It's a good system they have here. It's like the easiest one.
Yeah.
It really is.
And that obviously is going to attract a lot of national brands.
How many in that dab training? Sorry, I'm reading comments. I'm answering
No
comments,
worries.
you guys. Steven said he did a dab train at Funky Town Farms.
Huh?
Town Farms. They have some tasty stuff.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Apple suckers are coming soon. That
Oh.
Yes.
Is it like,
sounds good.
okay, so is it the apple sucker covered
Yes.
in the caramel, right? So like as it's melting away, you finally get that sour apple, like, oh.
Yeah. We have a sweet candy and then a sour.
Will it be at Cookies on Friday?
No. That it's probably about another 2 weeks away. And I make our green apple candies because I love that sour punch in your face.
Mhm.
So the green, we put that citric acid throughout the candy, so you don't just get like the outside, it's sour for a couple minutes. You're gonna be like, good dang, like, ugh. I gotta spit it out for a second.
Madeline said, "What are you smoking on, Alicia?"
This is
Yes,
Sooner
it was a
Blue
funky.
Triceratops Farms.
Sooner Glues
Is
Triceratops
blue
Blue
gelato.
Gelato.
Ooh.
Sugar. It smells good. My lungs
Very
can take
smooth.
it, so
Very creamy.
that's positive.
That's what I miss. Like I left flour for concentrates right before I got sick, and I was buying oh shit, I forgot what it's called, Apothecary. Every sale
Steven,
anybody
you're
had, I was like,
absolutely right.
mine. Like I love their stuff.
Absolutely,
Apothecary,
sir.
Noble Nectar
I like Noble Nectar.
was really good.
White Moose is one of my favorites.
Together with them.
But I'm leaning towards a
That's
lot of
me.
solid
You're
ones these
exactly
days,
right,
too.
man. You are
Solid
exactly right.
skin, but
Yeah. It's crazy how well
I cannot
everybody
wait to
is
try one of those.
like upped their products. And you're like, if I would have smoked this, you know, or like if I would have smoked the stuff in the beginning now, I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what is that? What? But now everybody, their game is, it's getting there.
It's gotten way better
Mhm.
in the year that, the 2 years that we've been here.
These guys are doing it.
Yeah.
Some of the
They
best.
Oh,
started-
God, yeah.
I remember I got one of those and I kept it like, it was only a special occasions. They should just expect I was like, I'm just gonna corner this.
Yes. Yeah, you don't go crazy with cicada.
Yeah.
Yeah, you slow down on that.
Yeah. I couldn't smoke that. I only did one of those. 'Cause
It's too good.
yeah.
It
It's
is.
too good and it's too pricey.
Mhm.
So,
But it's
yeah,
quality
but
product.
that shit, like, you open it
We're
and
trying
you're
to
just
get them
like,
to
yeah,
come on the show too, but he doesn't want to come.
I'm
I'm
working
like,
on
you need
him.
to come explain why it's so expensive so people buy it.
I'm working on him. He's super shy. I'm working
Yeah.
on him though.
Oh, I thought he wanted to be mysterious like Batman. Or
No.
some shit.
Like he's like, do a podcast, don't show my face or like distort it or something. I'm like, no,
Bro,
I
come
do
on.
that. It's not really what we do.
That's
Just come on the
alright.
show and explain your product. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not.
Like I said, I'm working on it. We'll see how that works out. So, if it were up to you, what would you change? As far as it could be regulation, it could be
Oh,
anything else.
okay.
What would you change about the cannabis?
I would make sure that OMA and the health department knew what the fuck they were supposed to be looking for. Like, we have laws that are written, and most of those laws are not regulated. It's kind of weird.
So like a union.
Yeah, it kind of
Mhm.
needs.
Kind of need a union.
I hate saying this, but it needs to be a little tightened.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people getting away with some dumb shit, and that needs to stop.
Mhm.
Because it then makes people that are doing the right thing, it makes it a lot harder for me to do my job if people are doing the stupidest shit just to get on the shelf.
Yep.
I think and labs. We need to fix our
Labs
labs.
for sure need a union.
Jeez.
Yes. Yes. Oh
We-
my God.
We do kind of blind testing, and like when we first jumped into the market, we had the same butter test 10% or 10 milligrams and 150 milligrams, two different labs. Or no, it was the same lab. It was just like a month or two apart. And it was like, what are you doing? Like this, my credibility relies on your, professionalism.
I really
and
want to.
We're still waiting to get a lab to come on the
I
show
want them to
to
explain
explain
their
their process.
because they all do it different.
Mhm.
Some just take portions, and some emulsify the whole sample, which is
Yep.
what they should be doing.
And then some do different breakdowns, do different chemicals. Some do salt-based, some just
They need to get on the same page.
yeah, because you're obviously going to have different results if you're doing different techniques.
Exactly. They need to
You
figure
gotta
out
have
the
that
best one
control.
Mhm.
and only use that one because this shit's a clusterfuck.
I really want.
I don't
some
even.
lab.
I mean, it's kind of like, what's the point of looking at it? Because I don't believe the shit anyways.
Mhm.
For real.
I mean, some of the best tasting shit has like a terp
Like
profile of
this
like
one.
0.08
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
what? or 0.8 or some low ass.
Like this one
fucking
has a low
crazy
terp
number.
profile, and there's no fucking way. No way.
Yeah, there's no way that's low terps.
No. No way. That's very high terps, and it tastes just like.
And it tastes like it.
That,
I was like, that should be like a 3 or 4.
It's like a one.
And it was like a 1.89 or something.
Like
like
no, I don't even believe that. At all.
You gotta
Fake
be
news.
crazy.
For real. Yeah.
So other than yourself, what are some other challenges that you face right now?
Right now,
Other that and like COVID.
Jeremy, let me know.
COVID. What I'm going through now, my fucking heart is doing some weird shit. And I'm thinking that it's just mostly stress because Jesus, like we've got COVID and unemployment's going crazy, and this whole political bullshit that we're in. Like everything is going crazy, and I'm looking at my kids like, it's great, kids, we're gonna be okay. And I think, and then trying to run a business, I think everybody's under a great deal of stress, and I'm not any different than anybody right now, but God dang, like I keep hoping like once 2021 hits, like everything's gonna be all right, we're gonna be cool, like. This like the Wizard of Oz is gonna pop out. It was like this was just a joke. I'm sorry. Like
everything's gonna go back to normal now.
But yeah, that's just it. I guess I'm just like any normal person. Just
thanks, Jeremy, for that.
Same bullshit.
Yeah.
You feel bad even complaining to someone because they're like, yeah, I've got $12 in my account. Like, let me hear your sad story. Like, everybody is dealing with this, like, ridiculous amount of stress and pressure. Nobody has a sad story. Like, we all have it. Like,
we're all pretty much fucked up in shitty situations, and we're just at the point we cannot get out of it because, hell, we're about to go through the same bullshit we just went 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, here we go, round 2, so it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, it's shocking to me how, like, I posted this, about the industry having, like, these huge events, and I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, what the fuck are you with masks? Like, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. And I'm going to jump on it, like, Stitt fucked us. Like, he did not set any kind of, like, strict rules to kind of rein us back in, because we're Oklahomans. We're going to push the envelope. We're going to see what we can get away with. And we need someone to be like, y'all need to calm the fuck down. Stay at home. Let's get this knocked out. And I don't know. But I don't want to stay home and then, all the businesses shut down, because that's the scary part. Like, when we all walk out of our houses, after another shutdown, we don't know what the scenery is going to look like.
Who's even going to have a business anymore?
Yeah. And that, it scares me because we were essential on the first lockdown. Like, we were a medicinal facility. I don't know what the next shutdown is going to look like. I don't know if it's going to be a lot stricter or...
That's my concern, too, because what if they do rate it as something that's not essential? Which is they
still medicine.
Just could, just because.
Yeah, because it's not federally
just
seen
as
medicine.
Can. Yeah, it's not federal, so
yeah.
Or decriminalized, so
we will have riots in the street if we take.
You don't want to take away weed when people are stuck at home.
Oh God, no. Oh God.
Like, you're gonna talk about black market in 24 hours. We're going back. It's not gonna be a good deal at all.
That would be actually fun. Yeah. She's like, go back to my day, my roots of the plug. I'm like, yeah.
That's the real back to the roots.
Yeah. Lisa Rogers says we don't have to shut down totally, but precautions need to be taken. Definitely.
Yeah,
see Jenny.
When I see people that, like, oh, I'll, wear a mask tomorrow or whatever, I think about what I went through when I had COVID, and that was the worst experience I've had in such a long time. Like, I got up every day and was like, God, please let me live. Please let me survive this. Like, it was pretty freaking scary. So I will wear a mask just so nobody else can feel that, because Jesus, it made me contact God again. Like, we had broken up And once I got sick, I was like, hey, remember me?
Yeah. Yeah. That.
Jamie, no taxes on the streets.
No taxes on these streets.
That's for damn sure. Jeremy. Let's see. New Year start over on New Year's, yeah?
I sometimes feel like this is a bad movie where, you think the killer's dead and then it, like, pops out of the bushes with one leg or some shit and still can chase after you. It's like, god dang.
Jeremy said 15%. Oh, yeah.
Your hair does look super purple.
Because I used my purple shampoo. It works. Because it was looking
Dope
real
ass
washed
camera.
out.
And that's not even one of the higher quality ones. I can't wait till I get one of those.
My hair's
That's gonna be some crazy shit. Like, I'm almost amazed at what that one can do.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the shit that they got out right now is insane.
So is there anybody you want to shout out or any shout outs you'd like to give?
Oh my gosh.
Let them roll.
Well, I want to say hi to.
She's like,
if I
is this
forget,
like a Grammy Award speech?
my Oscar acceptance.
Here we go. I wasn't prepared for you. You said you were prepared.
I know, that was a shocker. I would have to say, like, my partners. I have two amazing partners. This guy's one of them that put up with my bullshit. Like, I am such a crazy person, and they have to rein me in. They have to calm me down. But those two, we've been through some shit in this past year, and they didn't give up on me. So definitely, like, I love those two. Our kitchen girl, Andy, she's been, like, blowing me away. She's been blowing us away because I'm like, oh my god, she's helping me. Like, it's awesome. And then, of course, Shay, our sales lady, that's just killing it.
She's been talking about products on here.
She's on
it. Describing your products, telling everybody.
We go to pop-ups, and I'm like, hi, and she's like, hi, blah. Like, she's the whole school, like, oh shit, like, do I need to be here? Like, it's crazy. I would have to say hi to my friends, Desiree, Nicole, Alexa, Randy. They've through this year, I never had girlfriends my whole life, like solid girlfriends that I was like, you're my best friend, I'm gonna tell you everything. But like Randy and Shell, I had a panic attack one time in front of my store and I was inconsolable. And they came out and sat on the parking lot with me because I couldn't even get off the ground. Like, I collapsed and I was like freaking out. And they walked downstairs and just sat with me and like got me through it. And it was like,
that's what it's about.
Like,
Randy K's awesome.
Oh, I love her. That's our Kayla.
She really is. I've only had a couple times to talk to her, but I'm sure we definitely need to sit down and get to talk to her a little more in depth.
Yeah, it's I just got a lot of Oklahoma City male support now that is jumping on and like encouraging me. John with JKJ, his beautiful wife Kim, Chili Mac, like that dude. Every time I'm like, I need some inspiration or some like, hey, I need a reset button. I message him and it's like I can talk to him on a level that there's no bullshit. Like, hey, I need to ask you a serious question. Give it to me 100, and he does. So I really appreciate him.
That's definitely one thing about him. Yeah, I think I did that too. And he pretty much.
He just gonna tell you what it is. He's not gonna bullshit you.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna spare your feelings, but look, this is boom right
that's
here.
what you need to do. Yeah. Let me tell you something.
But I always need to shout out my girl Sabrina because she honestly has put me in some events and situations that have put me in a different market, a different viewing area situation. So I have so many. Like, I'm gonna be like in the middle of the night going, fuck, I should have said this.
Yeah, you will.
It's all the other supporters.
Yeah, it's all my other supporters.
If I forgot to mention you, love you. Sorry, I'm high.
I wish I could say that. Like, I had a toke or two today. I just blame on the bad memory. There's so many people that I am thankful and appreciative of, and it's different from who I used to be. When I was a chef, I was like, fuck you, it's me, I'm the one, blah, blah, blah. And now in this industry, I feel that I have to remain neutral because I want everybody to, just be cool and calm, and I want to like and love everybody as well. Because I feel that I'll reach more patients if I can move in and out of areas, even if people don't like each other. I can still, navigate through that because I'm neutral. I don't give a fuck y'all's beef. I don't care.
No.
Let's all, you're going to like me because I don't not like you because so-and-so doesn't. And that's just me. But I'm trying to stay that way so I can be friendly to everybody. So I can have the support because that's what you fucking need in this industry. If you're trying to be top dog and set yourself on a shelf, you ain't gonna last long.
Yeah.
Because you need the industry, you need the community.
Yep.
Okay. Literally.
Steven says, MMJ has saved my life, keep saving my life. It started in the streets. Glad I got out those streets and in a dispo. Many years have I have to worry for my freedom. I'm happy. Yes, sir.
That's what's so great. When legalization happened, I was like, pull me over. I smell like weed. Boom, here's my card. Like that.
And he has to say, okay.
Yeah, here you go. See you later. I remember the days when I would smell like oh, like you see a cop parked at Walgreens that you're passing, you're like, oh god, you're paranoid for a mile or two.
I had fucking just flew out of hitting in the car driving. Cop turned the cars on, lights on. This is in Texas.
Oh shit.
So yeah, there's no getting out of that.
No.
Oh, it was just flew out.
That's horrible. Texas.
Then we rolled down the window and it's like, didn't help the situation at all. Because we didn't have far to travel.
You did the time. So now you have your med card. You're good.
I know. As long as I'm here.
Texas is scary.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas.
Yeah, this is one
They
of
just passed medical, but they haven't got everything into effect yet.
I bet they get it done really quicker than Arkansas.
It's really hard to get
That's where Jeremy Murphy is.
Oh, Arkansas. Oh,
he's in
my
Arkansas.
God.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, that the fucking the regulations out there are just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oklahoma didn't Oklahoma does everything else. They
freelance, just get
whatever.
Go and do your shit.
When I realized what Oklahoma was doing, I was like, do you guys not remember the land run? Do you not remember how we cheated and how we were like, fuck the rules, I'm doing what I'm doing. And it doesn't surprise me that Oklahoma has the shit that they have out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm for it, just as long as it's safe. But some of the products are like, what?
Hey, Shay said you need to hydrate.
Oh, I've been hydrating. I've been.
She's watching out for you.
I carry a jug. It's a gallon of water, and I drink
more
it all day.
decriminalized nationwide. Before we do something like that, make sure that we can at least, the big thing for me is just being able to cross borders, with my medicine. And decriminalizing it, nationwide, it'll help that because I can carry my medicine where I need to be.
Yeah.
I mean, and they still get their money. Because more people are going to get their cards now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a free-for-all, and we still don't even have medical.
Yeah.
Even nowhere near smooth. I mean, I think we need to wait a little bit longer, at least decriminalizing it.
It will eventually. I know if that ever happens, we are going to have the biggest shipping facility, because that's the number one question I get asked is, do you guys ship your products? I'm like, oh, wish, damn. I sure do wish. Because it would be nice to, there's a lot of people that follow me that.
That's going to be the first business is freaking
Oh, I know.
Shipping.
I don't know where that package went.
That's going to be the major problem, too. Because who's going to be delivering that shit?
A high-ass Amazon driver.
Yep.
But we can ship Black Rabbit though.
Oh yeah,
we can.
They don't know that.
Speaking of Missouri, like when that passed, we had 3 messages in our inbox. We're like, how can we get White Rabbit here? I'm like, damn, the ink is not even dry, and you guys are like, I hope that.
They already had that in their head.
Yeah,
they were waiting for election day.
I guarantee you they're going to be the next big market because.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I hope this shit happens. I love it. But Missouri, they had one woman that reached out to me already had their like SOPs and like their plan of operation. I'm like, God,
she was prepared.
You're prepared for this, aren't you?
Means you're doing good things.
I hope so.
That's very good. I mean, everybody here loves you. You got people out of state loving you. And as soon as they get their shit passed, like,
man,
you got to be here now.
Please. That would be great. That's actually one of our goals is to be national. And if we have to do that with the CBD, that's fine. But I want other companies to white label us in different states. Mm-hmm. And that's why we're so hard and focused and so self-absorbed. Because we're trying to like fine tune our procedures and our standards so we can duplicate it in other markets.
No.
And like that's my goal in 2021 is to be national. In 2022, I want to be an FDA approved medical kitchen.
Goals.
Like those are my goals.
That's goals.
Yes.
People. Those are goals.
Those are big girl goals.
Really
What's up, Randy K? She popped on.
You can do it.
FRK. I feel like I take like triple shots because she
They
told
are
me
the
to.
show me state.
Hey. Brandy and I are actually getting married. She proposed to me the first time I made her breakfast. So it's like, all right, I'm ready, Randy. Let's go. When I first opened White Rabbit, we had this like, I say genius, it was a stupid idea. But I wanted during the day to be a little deli, people to come in and get little snacks. And then at night I was going to break out the drugs and make all the candies and stuff. But Medicinals kind of like overshadowed catering. So I really just stuck with Medicinals. But for a brief moment, we had a little like breakfast shop.
Oh, what's the White Rabbit? Like, how did that even come about? And then the mother rabbit part, like, how did that stuff come about?
White Rabbit happened because when I was 15, my grandparents took all of my cousins and myself on vacation, and we stopped at the library because I'm the oldest grandchild, and I was also the only girl, so I didn't have any like friend or whatever. So they stopped and got me a couple books, and one of them was Alice in Wonderland, and I noticed like that rabbit was manic and it was always late, and I was like, oh, well, okay. And then when I kept reading it, like, because that's a book that I pick up and read every couple of years just because I love it. When I got older, I realized that the White Rabbit was making, these delicious treats that were making Alice tall or Alice small, and I was like, oh, he's making drug treats. I want to do that. So, like, when 788 passed, I already knew it was going to be White Rabbit. Like, I just didn't know Medicinals or how that was going to happen. So that has been with me for years. I always wanted that. I told my family several times that I was going to make edibles and sell them. And they were like, whatever. Not in Oklahoma.
It's never going to happen.
Never
We
going to
didn't
happen.
think that shit was going to happen.
And I wanted a food truck, you know, that I can drive around because I had a food truck back in the day, and I wanted to make edibles and be a mobile dispensary. But then I kind of like focused on, you know, just the kitchen. And then Mother Rabbit, one of my friends made a joke a long time ago because I posted a picture of these bunny rabbits, the butter rabbits, and my friend Devin that I've known since like junior high. She's like, "Oh, you're the mother of rabbits." And I was like, "Oh, bitch. Oh."
That's it.
Yes, that's it. So it is stuck. And I felt like such a weirdo, like when I came out. I was like, my name is Tiffany Dartez, Mother Rabbit. Like that's when I started like, you know, tagging everything. And it was funny because a couple of weeks ago, my partners were talking and they were like, every ego in this industry has to have a little stage name. And I'm like, hello, Mother Rabbit. Nice to meet you. Like, what the fuck? Who do you think's carrying this company? I'm like, I am. Like, so I don't know. That's where it came from. Because I am the mother of all the little rabbits. I'm mama. So that's just where it came from.
Gotcha. That's an awesome
But my friend Devin, she better not ask for any royalties because bitch ain't getting them.
And one more question. How do you think cannabis could save the world? Change the world for the better?
I have seen cannabis take suicidal people and make them realize that they're not alone. Like, it stops that process where they can go, all right, you know, now that I'm not in that state, I'm clear-headed and I can kind of focus on what I do have. And I love cannabis because of all the, you know, physical parts. But I also have to admit, like, cannabis has helped me mentally a lot too. Because there's been times where I didn't think I could go on another day because of the pain and the suffering that I was going on physically and mentally. And I would fucking smoke a joint and be like, you know what, you dumb bitch. Like, that's not, like, you can get through this. Like, it kind of stops those, you know, kind of scary thoughts and, you know, old coping mechanisms that we're used to. And it kind of, like, pauses everything and helps you think clearer. So I see that as, like, a big reason it could help the world is just have everybody calm down. Not be so angry and kind of focus on how you can get yourself out of that situation. I mean, it's not all unicorns and rainbows, but some of us are a lot stronger than what we give ourselves credit for.
Yes, that's for sure. That's for sure. A lot of people doubt themselves. And, you know, my one thing, and you can tell her, I don't like hearing I can't.
Yep.
I don't like hearing I can't. Because every time she tells me that I can't, I prove her wrong.
But why don't we do that for ourselves? Like,
exactly.
that's, yeah. I honestly see cannabis as that positive influence on people's mental well-beings.
Yeah. And it can truly bring people together. Just like we're all sitting in this room and we never met in person before.
Yep. That's me.
Because of this, you see? And we're doing it every day. Every time we get another new business to come on our show because of Pinks. So, yeah.
It's a great unifier.
Yeah. Jeremy says it improves the quality of life. That's for sure. Especially for cancer patients, and it helps and it extends their life expectancy like greatly. I mean, you get those extra years, you know, not just an extra few months.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, you get those extra years, and that's what I'm hoping that I'll have with my mom. But we'll see what God has in store for her.
I'm so sorry she's sick.
No, it's but thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
For coming on. Like, this is super fun, entertaining.
Agreed.
And I know she's been talking about having me come on, and like when we had to cancel last time because of the ice storm, she was just like, man, I really want
But it was
to
bad.
She was like, I cannot wait. And like, I'm not scheduling anybody else until I schedule her first. You know what I mean? So she was super excited to have me here.
I really appreciate this. This like helps me because Oklahoma City has a different market than Tulsa, and you guys have a huge Oklahoma City following. So it kind of I appreciate you guys having me on here because it introduces me to people that aren't familiar with our brands.
Right.
So I appreciate it. I love the way that Oklahoma and OKC and Tulsa. We can collaborate. We can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely can. I would definitely love to have some people up there, or do some lives up there.
Yeah.
With some businesses up there. So if you guys interested, hit us up. We're always open to it. We'd love to do this. So again, thank Nicole Vigrossi. But I can never say her fucking. I think I just get so high and then cotton mouth.
Nicole
and I
from
just
Jiffy
cannot.
Doctor.
Yeah, so Nicole from Jiffy Doctor. Thank you so much for sponsoring our show. Again, that's the home of the $49 recommendation, and in some locations it's $25. But all virtual, super fast. Yep, I know we'll be coming up pretty quick too. So thank you, and Kay Godsey with Tulsa Canning Tours. Thank you again for helping us with the equipment and stuff as well, and keeping us going too. Guys, thanks for watching, and again, thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys.
You guys have a great night. Stay medicated.